Here's the thing about ignoring inequality. It doesn't disappear. It festers. It grows in the dark, in places we don't look, in the conversations we avoid, in the systems we swear are neutral. And Canada is really good at pretending the cracks aren't there. We tell ourselves racism is an American problem, that colonialism is in the past, that everyone has equal opportunity if they just work hard enough. Where pointing out inequality is considered divisive, or asking for change is complaining, and holding power accountable is somehow un-Canadian. But here's the future we're building with that mindset. A country where housing becomes a luxury item, not a human right, and an entire generation realizes they'll never own anything more than debt. Where young people rent their lives away because every affordable home has been converted into an investment vehicle for someone they'll never meet. A country where Indigenous communities, the first peoples of this land, are still living under third world infrastructure. Boil water advisories, underfunded schools, collapsing health services, while corporations pull billions from their territories with the government's blessing. A country where healthcare isn't collapsing, it's being pushed, where privatization gets rebranded as choice, efficiency, or innovation, while everyday Canadians wait months for basic treatment. A country where the justice system continues to target, over-police, and over-punish marginalized groups, then calls the outcomes bad apples instead of predictable patterns. A country where political polarization widens so far that people don't just disagree, they exist in completely separate realities. One side drowning in fear, the other in denial, and both convinced the other is the problem. A country where nostalgia becomes a weapon, where the good old days gets used as an excuse to avoid responsibility. Myths take place of truth. Comfort takes the place of justice, where denial takes the place of action. And here's the part nobody wants to admit. Inequality doesn't just hurt people, it destabilizes nations. History is full of countries that ignored their cracks until the cracks became fractures, and the fractures became fault lines. That's the path we're on if we keep pretending everything's fine. But here's the good news, because yes, there is good news. Futures aren't fixed. Countries don't fall apart overnight. They drift, slowly, choice by choice, silence by silence, which means we can change course just as slowly and just as deliberately. We can build something more equal, more honest, more sustainable, more just, but not with silence, not with denial, not with, it's fine, Canada's a good country. Good countries don't fear accountability. Good countries don't cling to myths. Good countries don't crumble when you tell the truth. Good countries grow. They evolve. They face themselves. And Canada can too, but only if we stop pretending the cracks aren't there and start fixing them before they become the fault line that splits us apart. Peace out. And if you're not already following me, you should. It's going to be a ride.